So there's plenty of ways to cook up a storm on your barbecue smoker. Today we're going to cook up some Honey BBQ Pork Ribs, and I'll talk you through the process. What we want to do first up is find a really good butcher who knows how to prepare ribs the proper way. Now what I mean by that is what we want is about 1 to 1.5 centimeters of meat on top of the rib. And there's only a couple of things we really want to do is make sure that there's no excess fat on top of the ribs, but also tidy up down the sides so there's no little burnt bits. And then we'll take the membrane off the back so it allows smoke and flavour to come up through the bottom of the ribs. So next stage of the process, we're going to apply some rub, but before we do that, we're going to put a little bit of peanut oil over the top just to allow that rub to stick, but not too much oil that it starts to slide off. For your first time around and watching this video, I'm going to lather this up in some rub. Don't be afraid, if you think it's too much rub, add some more because you're going to need it. Because what this rub will do also is create a bit of a bark, and that'll help retain moisture on the inside of the meat. Alright, so now that we've got the rub on the ribs, we're going to put them on the smoker for about an hour and a half. So we've just pulled the ribs off. They've been on for about an hour and a half to 2 hours on around 225 Fahrenheit. Next stage of the process, barbecue sauce, a little bit of brown sugar, ready to wrap up, put back in the smoker for another 2 hours. So I've just taken these off. I know they're nearly ready to go because I can feel a little bit of flex inside that foil. What I'm going to do now is unwrap them, put a nice little coat of barbecue sauce on top, throw them back in the smoker for just a little bit to let that glaze set. The only thing left to do is to chop them up and serve them. Before you do that, you could add a little bit of extra glaze, like a smoked honey or something over the top, just for that little bit extra kick. There's plenty of ways you can serve these up. You leave them wrapped for a little bit longer and they'll become falling off the bone. Competition style, take them off a little earlier, just to leave a little bit more bite in there so you can see your teeth marks and really impress the judges. So there you have it, some of the best pork ribs you'll ever have. Quick and easy. For full recipe and instructions on how to do these, simply check out barbequesgalore.com.au.